providing resources and comfort to caregivers. This is Caregiver Crossing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Caregiver Crossing, and thanks for being here. If it's your first time, you should probably know that Caregiver Crossing is a show brought to you by Joy's House, which is where Noah and I work, and presented in partnership with Cardon and Associates. And so we are here every week to discuss all things caregiving. I'm Tina McIntosh, and I'm in studio with the lovely
Noah Taylor.
He is a producer, and today he's my co-host.
Yes, I am today.
Glad you're here. So, well, welcome to Labor Day weekend. It's almost over. Have you done anything?
Yeah, we had a little bit of my family over in my backyard, and we had the grill out. We had a little slip inside for my nephews. They were very into that.
Did you slip inside?
You know, I did. I can't say I didn't because I love it.
Is that why you're limping today?
Yeah, that's why I've been limping down the hallway. A little slip and slid a little bit too much.
I threw my hip. I barely labored. I didn't do much of anything.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and that's unusual to say, but my house is in good order. My plants are happy and healthy outside. And a couple of my family members were out of the house, and I read a book. I slept in.
That sounds like a really lovely weekend.
Isn't it nice?
Yeah, to not have to labor, I feel like that's kind of part of it too.
Right. Well, so Labor Day, we're going to talk at the end here about some Labor Day specific stuff for caregivers. But right now, Noah, you brought to my attention some information about medications that mimic signs of dementia. So can you talk a little bit about what
absolutely.
That really means?
So there are some medications that can mimic the signs of dementia and they'll also mimic the signs of aging. While medications are often helpful, they can sometimes cause side effects that look like dementia or even other age-related issues. Some patients have reported memory problems, trouble focusing, language difficulties, and even other cognitive issues that are usually reversible once the medication is stopped. This is really important for both healthcare providers and patients and caregivers to be aware of these possible effects to avoid any misdiagnosis or any unnecessary worry that you could get as well from the misdiagnosis. So starting off, there is some medications have been linked to cognitive problems like confusion and memory loss, agitation, and even delirium. These include certain type of antidepressants, antipsychotics, and even specific medications that are for muscle spasms.
Okay. Have you ever been on a medication that's caused some memory confusion?
I have been on antidepressants, but I don't remember any memory confusion. Yeah. I know they did make me feel a little bit weird at first, but I don't think it was anything specifically with the memory.
So, there are some, you talked about some of the specific ones, but I can tell you, as we're talking about the ones to treat anxiety and insomnia, which are pretty common, I was on one called Topamax. Topamax is one of those that helps to curb your appetite. It's supposed to help with some weight loss.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was on Topamax. And the hard part about some of these medications, I think is important for people to know, is sometimes it takes a few weeks to get in your system. Mm-hmm. So we've all taken a medication, and for the first week or two, we're like, I don't know.
I don't know if it's working.
Yeah. Something feels weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's working, like you're saying, And this was one of them for me. And I thought, I'm going to try it for 2 months, give it a real shot. Well, come to find out, I was like, I couldn't find my words, and I was really cloudy, and I just felt out of it most of the time. Like, kind of when you first wake up and you're like, whoa, where am I? And you're just out of sorts. That's where I was. Mm-hmm. Come to find out sorry for anybody that makes Topamax, and there are people who love it. For me, it didn't work. They also call it Dopamax.
Oh, wow.
Because it makes you feel dopey.
Yeah. And I think that's the important thing about a lot of these medications is that they are very beneficial and can be right for the specific person. But for some people, they cause these very weird side effects.
Yeah. Another one I was on that did this to me was, see, now I can't even remember what it was called. Tamoxifen. And it was an estrogen inhibitor for my first breast cancer. And I was out of sorts and very mean. Like very mean. Noah, mean. Like said things and used a tone that I didn't even recognize myself.
Wow.
So, you got to be aware, like when you have somebody in your life, particularly when we're talking about someone that you're caring alongside or you're caring for, check their medications, do an audit, talk with not just your medical team, talk with your pharmacist. Hey, here's something I'm noticing about my loved one, or here's something I'm noticing about myself. Could it be any of these medications or a combination?
Or any of these side effects. Yeah.
I always love a good audit, by the way. I love taking all of your supplements, all of your herbs and oils, all of your prescription meds to a pharmacist and saying,
Yeah,
here.
I think that's really important, especially if you're taking a whole lot of medications and you have to combine certain ones. Yeah, you really need to know about the side effects. Some other interesting drugs that have these weird side effects. Some drugs used to treat anxiety and insomnia, such as lorazepam, can cause sedation and slow mental processing. Long-term use of these medications may even increase the risk of developing dementia later in life. Another drug is opioids, which are often prescribed for pain relief. These have actually been found to negatively affect short-term memory.
Truth. Those I do know too from surgeries. I won't take them anymore. I'll just suck up and take the pain because I don't like that out of sorts feeling.
I don't either.
And the risks involved. So, additionally, you've got the aging brain is more sensitive to these side effects. And so if you are aging, and what is aging nowadays? I'm 52, so am I aging? Yeah, aren't we all?
We're all aging, yeah.
But, older brains and understanding these factors is really important for you to recognize and manage both for yourself and for your loved one. And so, keep in mind too, if there's just been a surgery, if there's just been a fall, if there's been a rush of activity, everybody's been around and now they're not, or a change in environment, maybe you've moved. Those things can also, they're not medications, but those things can also cause some of this cloudiness we're talking about. So just keep an eye out for yourself and for the people that you love, particularly as we start walking toward the holiday time.
Oh, yeah.
So I know we've got some people that we're going to need to thank in a minute. But before we do that, if somebody wants to find past episodes of the show, what do they do?
You can find past episodes of the show at caregivercrossingradio.org, and be sure to like and follow us on Facebook. If you'd like to connect with us to discuss show topics, need help connecting with resources, have a question that you'd like for us to answer on air, or just want to say hey, you can reach us at 317-254-0828. Or you can email Tina at tina@joycehouse.org.
You are listening to Caregiver Crossing. We are a show designed for family caregivers and people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you as a service of Joyce House in partnership with our friends at Cardon and Associates. We've got locations at Joyce House in Broad Ripple and near the University of Indianapolis campus, and we provide exceptional adult day services for individuals living with life-altering diagnoses and compassionate support and programs for family caregivers throughout the community. At Joyce House, we believe that everyone deserves to live their best life, regardless of their abilities. And you can learn more about our adult day and caregiver support services by calling us at 317-254-0828 or visiting joycehouse.org today. Again, that web address is joycehouse.org. Stick around. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing right after this. Well, hey, everybody. We're back on Caregiver Crossing. I'm Tina McIntosh, joined by our producer and friend and the very handsome
Noah Taylor.
And today we're going to be talking about what makes Joy's House so special. So for those of you who might not know Joy's House, this is our show. Caregiver Crossing is Joy's House. Joy's House is Caregiver Crossing. Noah and I both work for Caregiver Crossing. So does our guest today. Her name is Laura Johnson. She is the Senior VP of Family Care at Joy's House for the last 20 years. We worked together forever. Laura, thanks for stepping in and being with us today.
Oh my goodness. It's great to be here.
We're glad you are. And so we're going to pretend that that there's a listener that just stumbled on the show and is like, Joy's what? What is Joy's House?
Joy's House is so very special. We are a non-medical model for adult day services, which basically means we don't have nurses or CNAs here. What we do is keep our guests safe, attend to their basic needs, but our goal is also to enhance their day because they're spending it with us.
And who's a guest?
Our guests, so we call our participants guests. They're not patients, they're not consumers. They are just like Joy's House is our home. We are welcoming our guests into our home. The people that do attend and do participate are all adults. Most are seniors, are aging, and just about everybody is living with a medical condition or diagnosis that is life-changing and typically not going to reverse itself.
Okay, so give me 5 diagnoses that come to mind. I got my hand up.
Oh my goodness, you sure do. So dementia is by far the leading condition that we see. And dementia, as we know, takes many, many forms. We see people that have experienced a stroke. We see people that might be younger with a developmental diagnosis like autism or Down syndrome.
2 more. Multiple sclerosis.
Sure.
I'll throw that one in.
MS is definitely one. Huntington's disease, Parkinson's disease. I've gone over your 5
You did.
now.
That's okay. I like it. And the majority, or what's the average age?
Over 70.
Okay.
It's kind of a moving target, but usually around 75 is the average.
And if these guests weren't coming to Joy's House, what would they be doing?
Well, hopefully involved in some sort of programming that's going to fill their days. Often they are at home, and they don't have that community where they belong. They don't have that external stimulation. So their world gets rather small. They're usually with their primary caregiver or support, informal supports.
And Joy's House we are not for profit. So if you're sitting around with a bunch of change in your pocket, wondering where you could give it for a good cause, you can always donate to Joy's House at joyshouse.org. We rely on your generosity and kindness to keep doing what we're doing, both on the adult day service side. We have locations in Broad Ripple and one at the University of Indianapolis, and our caregiver support and education programs, of which this radio show is one of them. So I know you've got some questions, Noah.
I do. So once people do start attending Joy's House, how do the lives of these individuals change? How do the lives of our guests change once they start attending Joy's House?
I would even say yes, but before that, what are the first few weeks like for them?
So with most of our guests, with most people, I think routine is absolutely key. And you have a routine going and you throw Joy's House into the mix and it's like the snow globe that gets shaken up. Their world's kind of turned upside down and usually, might be accompanied by some anxiety. I often compare starting Joy's House as to starting your first day of school. That a person is dropped off here. The person that they trust and love the most said, okay, bye, love you, have fun. And then they're gone. And then, oh my gosh, I'm in a weird place with a bunch of people I do not know. And I don't have the tools to figure out what's happening. So the first few visits may be a little bumpy. What I do with our families is just encourage them to stick it out, that it is going to take some time for them to be able to kind of own this experience. And the more comfortable they are, the more successful they're going to be.
Okay, so back to Noah's question then. How does that change after a few weeks for people? What's it look like?
So I'm going to start with the physical. There are all kinds of studies that show that participation in an adult day program is going to physically make them stronger, improve their balance, decrease their potential for falls, which then decreases their potential for ER visits. And then we know that they're going to have at least one nutritional meal. And we have learned that sometimes this is the only nutritional meal that they have for the day. Then there's also the emotional. Before this program, often they are very isolated. So coming here also can add a sense of purpose. We all want to feel productive and we all want to feel needed. And this is often a way that can happen.
I mean, purpose comes up in, I feel like, every conversation when we talk about anybody. I mean, if you don't have purpose, you're done.
Yeah.
Right? So the purpose might be getting up, getting dressed, brushing your teeth, getting in the car, coming to a place where people know your name, know your challenges and the things you enjoy doing, and then going home to be with your family at night.
That's right.
What else you got, Noah?
So people who have these diagnoses, obviously it's a very diverse group of people that are at Joyce House. How do adult day services, and specifically Joyce House, help people stay engaged with their interest, or how do you keep the guests engaged throughout the day?
What do you do all day long? This is a funny conversation, by the way, because I founded Joy's House 25 years ago. And so it's funny to, like, you've got all the answers and better than me, but it is funny to be like,
not better than you.
What do you do? But what do we do at Joy's House all day long?
So I'm going to go first to what, if they're not involved in an adult day program, if they are at home with their caregiver, one-on-one is hard. If I am taking care of my mom at home, it's really difficult to play bingo. It's really difficult to have a karaoke, and so when
I bet you could still do a bad karaoke at home.
I'd rock it, but that's not the point. But if you're in this group setting, if you're in this community where you are accepted for who you are, we have group activities that are led by staff. And so we're not scrambling to find something to do. There's always going to be a planned program for the day. So that is a fantastic way to stay engaged. We also get to know each individual guest for who they are and what makes them uniquely them. So if we've got Mr. Bob, who used to be a philosophy professor, boy, can we have some deep talks with Mr. Bob on, his views on the world and life and what makes us tick. Another fun thing that we do, which doesn't happen daily because there's a lot of work that goes into it, but we also do guest wish days, which are ridiculously special.
Okay, so here we have to take a break. Laura, will you stick around for one more segment?
Just one.
Okay, that's it. We got her for one more. And we will talk about the guest wish days because they are really magical. And so we're going to take a break. If you have any thoughts on what we can do here at Caregiver Crossing, you can email me at tina@joyshouse.org or email to ask about services or 317-254-0828.
You're listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. Caregiver Crossing is brought to you as a service of Joyce House in partnership with Cardon & Associates. With locations in Broad Ripple and near the University of Indianapolis campus, Joyce House provides exceptional day services for individuals living with a life-altering diagnosis and compassionate support for family caregivers throughout the community. At Joyce House, we believe that everyone deserves to live their best life, regardless of their abilities. Learn more about our adult day and caregiver support services by calling us at 317-254-0828 or by visiting joycehouse.org today. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back with more Caregiver Crossing shortly.
We're back on Caregiver Crossing. I'm Tina McIntosh in studio with Noah Taylor and the lovely Laura Johnson, who is the Senior Vice President of Family Services at Joyce House. Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for sticking around. Laura and I have worked together for over 20 years. It's a ridiculous situation. Together, we make one full brain.
And an amazing team.
This is true.
We really are an amazing team.
Really,
like
though.
we really are. And we've built this place together, and it's fun to have you in studio and talk about this stuff. So thanks.
Fun to be here. It's been a while.
Guest wish days. That's where we had to leave off before the break. What's a guest wish day?
So we do about 4 a year. We just turn everything upside down and make it the most spectacular day for an individual. One of my favorites is, can we use their names or should I change the name to protect the innocent? All right, we're going to say Miss Jane who was the most fantastic artist. And she had never really displayed her artwork to anybody outside of sharing it with us. And so on her a monumental birthday, we went to her and said, we'd love to have an art gallery. And we're going to turn Joy's House after hours into your art gallery. And we just did it upright. And we had, appetizers and drinks and all of her
It was so
artwork.
wonderful.
It was beautiful. And she then put some of her artwork up for sale and then donated back the proceeds to Joy's House.
Which was not necessary.
not at all.
And it was lovely. I have
so
a
great.
piece of hers hanging in my hallway, and I have one in my office too. Her work was incredible, and the purpose. I mean, we talked about purpose last segment. Like the purpose for her, and being able to share that piece of herself was incredible.
Right. Right.
That was a good one.
It sure was.
Oh, that was a good one. Okay, what about friendships? Do people make new friends, see old friends? Like, how's that work?
Oh, it's a hoot to see these friendships develop, and sometimes the most unlikely pairs. I remember we had one little old lady with a cumulus cloud hairdo, and
Cumulus cloud.
it was just
I love that description.
It was white and puffy, and who was in her late 80s, and she and a young gentleman who was probably 6'6", became the best of friends and would take strolls in the garden holding hands, and it was absolutely lovely. And I would have never put the two of them together, but they bonded like crazy. We have, there are some tables during lunch that that you're sitting in somebody else's seat and you're going to hear from it because she needs to sit with her pal. Some incredible friendships have developed. And what's also cool is our caregivers also. If they see the same caregivers when they're picking up their loved ones at the end of the day, we'll often find them talking in the parking lot or stepping inside the library and developing friendships too, which is, caregiving can be incredibly isolating. Y'all may have talked about this a couple times.
No, I'm hearing
I've never
Caregiver
heard
Crossing.
of that before.
It's so
true.
weird.
It's true.
Well, and we will, continue to talk about our programs for caregivers here at Joy's House. If you want to know before you hear it on the radio, just again, joyshouse.org, check it out, or email me at tina@joyshouse.org. But right now, because we have Laura Johnson in studio, we really are focusing on our adult day side of things. And are we accepting new guests at Joy's House at either the Broad Ripple or the UND location?
We are at both. We have availability at both. We don't have any sort of wait list going on. So if you think that there's something that we could do just to help, please give us a call or reach out to us in any way.
Is it because we're terrible at what we do, so there's no wait list?
We're not that great. Not true. We actually are still recovering from COVID. COVID really did a number on everybody. No one was exempt from that. But we are still climbing.
Yeah. Well, and I think the other thing is the reality of the work that we do at Joy's House through our adult day is we're working with people, and we're working with people who are typically at the end of their lives. And so,
Right.
We don't expect somebody to be here. Although Miss Julie, who was a guest with us for 12 years, came 4 days a week. We have other people that come, 3 days a week for 2 months, and then they pass away, or they move into long-term care. And so, there are times when we have a wait list or we're close to a wait list, but right now is not one of them. And
That's right.
so if you have somebody you think would be a good guest at Joy's House or at another adult day, let us know. We're happy to put you in touch with others, because we will never sit here and tell you we're the only ones or the best. We think we're really incredible at what we do, and our families feel the same. We just want to make sure you get the help that you need to keep your family together for as long as it works for you. So what else, Noah, for Laura? Anything that comes to mind?
I'm actually really interested in how, at Joy's House, how do you tailor activities to make sure that they're fresh for guests who attend every day?
Good question, Noah.
Thank you.
I think it's very easy to adapt activities to what they can do and not what they can't. For example, if there is a guest that's in a wheelchair and we're bowling, that doesn't mean they can't bowl. We just place the bowl in their lap and they roll it down to hit as many pins as possible. They're not exempt from bowling just because they can't stand. We have, bingo is a very popular activity here. We have one young lady who has some vision issues, so it's really she cannot see the board. So her job, as I'm using my air quotes, people, the bingo lady, is to call the numbers. So
and boy, does she call the numbers.
she does, and if she overhears someone else doing it wrong, in her mind, she will be sure and correct
She'll
you.
let them know.
Yeah.
She's
Correct
definitely in charge.
So that's a way that she can continue to be participating, and back to sense of purpose. It's her job to get that done.
That's right. Okay, so I know we only have a couple more minutes. What's your favorite activity that we've done in the last, let's say, year?
Come on.
No, just pick one. First one that comes to mind.
All right. We have theme days. We have theme weeks. Earlier this summer, so this isn't an activity, but earlier this summer we had Camp Week. We sang campfire songs every day. We played road trip travel games. We told ghost stories. We did tie-dyes for shirts and bandanas. We played cornhole using water balloons, which was a hoot. We just had the best time, and everybody, I think, was taken to a time of innocence and a time, that was really wonderful and warm for them. So it was great.
So aside from the fun, because that is fun, what if somebody needs help with eating or in the restroom or bathing or medications?
I mean, let's talk. We can, most of the time we can address all of that and help you with that. Personal care, that's something that I tend to call the glamorous side of what we do, but it is absolutely something that we can help with. With medications, it's a little more sticky since we don't have the medically trained staff to do it, but we have a very thorough policy on how we can work with the family.
Don't let any of that stuff stop you from calling. So call Laura at 317-254-0828 if you think you have somebody who could benefit, or go to joyshouse.org and you can get more information there. Again, if you're looking to donate or be a part, joyshouse.org, we would love to have you. We are here because there's a huge need and because people like you care about what we do. So, Laura, thanks for joining us today and for working at Joy's House for 20 years.
Y'all, this has been so much fun. Thanks for having me.
You are listening to Caregiver Crossing, a show designed for family caregivers and the people who love them. We're brought to you every week by Joy's House in partnership with Cardon and Associates. And we love them. We're grateful for them. You can learn more about us at caregivercrossingradio.org. You can hear past episodes. You can contribute, be a part. Again, caregivercrossing.org. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Caregiver Crossing shortly. Well, welcome back. We're Caregiver Crossing.
We are Caregiver Crossing.
Oh, at the top of the hour, we were talking about medications that make you fuzzy, and did you slip one into my drink?
I might have. Starting to feel a little funny.
I'm a little fuzzy. Hi, I'm Tina McIntosh. I'm in the studio with my producer and co-host today.
I'm Noah Taylor.
For the rest of you, hey, it's Labor Day weekend, and we hope you are doing nothing.
We hope you are relaxing in the sun.
That sounds so nice. Find the sun and just be with it.
And just lay down. Yeah.
We do want to talk about celebrating the labor of caregivers, because while we care typically because there's a moment when we have to kind of jump in and care alongside or for somebody, or it's something we've been anticipating and that we love doing and being with the person that we're caring for, there's a labor to it too.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of dedication that goes into it, for sure.
It's interesting, Noah, because I've been doing this for 25 years, right? Adult day service at Joy's House and caregiver support. And I'm 52 now. My friends and I, many who are in the industry, we've been caring for other people's loved ones for decades. And now I'm watching all of us caring for our parents.
For your own loved ones.
And our partners. Yeah. And, excuse me, it's kind of like a plumber with a leaky sink. The plumber can go out and she can fix everybody else's issues with water. And then she comes home and she's just got a drip in the kitchen that she's like,
maybe another day.
Yeah, maybe another day.
Yeah.
And my heart, just for a second, I just want to say to any of my friends who are listening, who are going through this time of caring for their loved ones, you're doing it and you're doing the best you can. And I know there are moments of beauty in there. And I know there are times you just go and you shut the bathroom door just to be alone for a few minutes and you bawl your eyes out.
Just to have some silence.
Yeah. And just because some of us are experts in this area doesn't mean it's easy for us either.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, it's a different challenge every single day.
It is. And, it's hard when it's somebody you love. You're seeing who they've been your entire life. And their entire life that you've known them. And so anyway, there are some things that we want to take a moment and recognize and honor the tireless work that caregivers put in every day. And so we want to emphasize that caregiving is often a full-time job, and sometimes mostly you're working too,
for
2
full-time jobs
that requires this immense dedication and patience and love. And so Noah, if you were to say one thing that you would suggest to people as they're trying to care for somebody who's caregiving, what would it be?
I think that's a really hard question. But honestly, sometimes it's just as simple as offering a listening ear. Just being there for somebody. Just reaching out to a caregiver, offering to listen if they need someone to talk to. Sometimes just being there provides relief for a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, we had a woman on the show a couple months ago, and she said when you're talking with someone, she was talking about diversity and inclusion, and I think it goes for this too. Listen to them, be that listening ear, and believe what they're telling you. It's stuck in my head since we had her on. And then my other advice about that listening ear is you can share about your own caregiving experience, but don't compare it.
Yeah.
And don't tell somebody everything they're going through. I cannot stand that.
I can't stand that either.
Right?
Because I'm sure people are thinking that it's a nice gesture, but
you don't know everything I'm going through.
No, you can't.
My sister and I, along with our brother, cared for our dad last year as he was dying. We're siblings, and we never said that to each other because what she experienced or what he experienced is not going to be the same as me. I don't know what they're going through.
It can be similar, but
just can't stand that.
Not the same at all.
What's another one?
I think another one, offering to help with a small task. Sometimes caregivers really have no idea what they need, but just getting like a small task done for them, volunteering to help with a small task such as maybe grocery shopping or just going up to the pharmacy and picking up prescriptions, saves them 30 minutes that they can use to just shower or read a book. That time is very valuable.
Sit in the car by themselves in the parking lot. I'm all for that. Just be safe. And here's the thing with that too. Do not say, if I can do anything to be helpful, let me know what it is. Say, I'm going to Meijer and I'd like to pick up 5 things for you. What can I get? Tell me what to get. If you don't tell me what to get, I'm going to get something and it's probably going to be wrong.
Yeah.
Like, tell me to get trash bags.
Be a little bit specific for me. Yeah.
Helping with yard work always comes up too. I think that's a good one.
I think that's a great one.
My first cancer, I had little kids at home too. And about 20 of my friends came and did all of my yard work preparing for the fall. And it was incredible. And they wouldn't let me help. I couldn't physically.
True.
And they were like, you just sit there and boss us around. And it was magical.
Wow. That is so nice to have incredible friends and loved ones like that.
Yes. And then another one is acknowledging their efforts. So just giving them a genuine compliment or acknowledging, the hard work and the dedication that you can see in them, either in person, through a message. Texts are really easy for that. Brag about that person and something lovely about them in front of them. And the other thing is recognize that not everything about them screams caregiver. Even if it's consuming them, they are still all of the other things you've known them to be.
They're still a human, right?
Yeah.
We're not just caregivers. It's just part of our lives.
And you can say like, hey, Noah, I recognize that you're going through a lot right now caring for your blank. If you want to talk about that, I'm always here. I wanted to ask you, you had told me you work on cars. I've been working on the car. Give them, treat them like they're still the person that they are, right?
And get their mind off of it for a second too.
Yep. All right, what else you got?
I do have a question for you. I'm kind of wondering, as we're thinking caregivers for doing the labor, what advice would you give someone who's maybe new to caregiving?
Well, first of all, acknowledge it. So you are still those things. You are still that auto mechanic. You are still that plumber. You are still the daughter and the one who runs the household finances or makes the great pineapple upside down cake. That really sounds good right now. You are also a caregiver. And that's the number one issue we have, is that people don't self-identify as caregivers. Therefore, they don't know there are resources out there. So if you can acknowledge it, and then just talk about it. Talk about it with your insurance carrier, with your medical team, with your friends. You don't have to talk about it all the time, but it opens up doors for support and education and for them to be helpful and to understand where you're coming from. So, okay, I know we've got to run. We do want to thank Cardon and Associates. They are a sponsor of Caregiver Crossing. We love them.
We love them
We're
so
excited
much.
to have them on the show soon. And until next time, we just want you to take good care of each other.